Hey yo guys, what's going on and welcome back to York City, where the two games have been played since we lost to Cardiff. We beat Middlesbrough 2-1. Victor Shot back in the team from his injury, scored. Thank you, welcome back. They equalised, we scored a late winner, 2-1 that one. Possibly should have been more. But then again, the shots on target ratio at the very least is 2-1. Neither team particularly doing well on the old conversion front. And then 0-0 against Brentford, where we huffed and we puffed, and, well, I say we huffed and we puffed, there's only 15 shots in total. I say only, that's still quite a lot. Just struggled to break them down, basically. But yeah, basically, Squires continues his fine form. He is technically, according to the star rating list for midfielders, better than Velasquez now. Obviously, that 9-month injury, meaning his progress was somewhat stunted. But he is already back on the development front as well. So yeah, the competition for that Mazzala role is hotting up. What this means is we are third in the table on the same number of points as second place Swansea, just goal difference working against us at the moment. Now Sunderland are the us of this year, the promoted team that do well, or surprisingly well should be the point. The other two, not doing so well. That was exactly the same as last year. Of course we did well, Lincoln and Oxford struggled. Lincoln went down, Oxford just barely survived. And in terms of the relegated sides, Burnley are the ones not doing particularly well, which was of course Watford last year, I suppose. Mind you, Aston Villa not doing particularly well either, and Cardiff not much better on top of that. So, yeah, interesting how the relegated sides are not in the picture so far. Also, I have no idea why this Luton game has been marked as televised so far in advance. They're 11th. It's not as if they're at the top of the table and gone, oh, this might be an important clash at some point. Not a clue. No idea why that was televised. This may be a weird tangent, but this is where Hugh King is gone on loan to Crewe. Their manager Sonny Aluko. Just thought that might be interesting to some people. Nope, don't get it, don't understand it either. But yeah, that's where Hugh King went. He's scored 2 goals in 4 appearances. So already doing better there than he did here. Then again, it is a division lower. But good to see him getting playing time, good to see him getting goals. Could be a solid rotation choice going forward. That said, of course, Victor Shot is a lone player, so if we could have 3 decent strikers, that would be nice between Robertson, King and Karoma. South, either the two, one of those two getting nice would be good. Anyway, the team for this one is as follows. Dewsbury's in goal, Ingles on the left, Medina and Edgar in the middle, Shaw on the right, Wilson, Nacelle, because how Carlos has taken a 2 to 3 month injury, Squires alongside him, Alonso and Evans back in the winger roles, just because I'm making Medina think about what he's done, which is a 6.52 over the last 5 games. That said, Alonso's on a 6.6 over the last 5 games. It's a problem again. Just trying to compare the two, in terms of just outright statistics for the inside forward role, there's not really a lot between the pair of them. Guess Alonso is fractionally more comfortable in it, so I'll leave him there, and Shot stays up front because 7.62 so far. 3 homegrown club players in the first 11, not too bad. Squires becomes that at the end of the year, so just had that piece of news come through in terms of the homegrown club situation in the year. Not as many additions at the end of this year as there was last, but Squires is a welcome new one. Come June. Regen here. New gen, quite handy actually. 15 tackling, development room. He might be pretty decent at some point. He's meant to be a midfielder though. He's actually very quite comfortable all the way down that line. I've already scouted him clearly. Oh yeah, and also continue to keep an eye out for Sacramento, who is still rather good. Why has he been unscouted? He's also an inverted winger, so maybe the answer to this situation. Avenge them. I don't really remember. Oh no, I do remember the last time he played Bristol City. Oh. Folks, just pretend that was the entire reason why I'm bringing you this game. Because last time you saw Bristol City, it didn't go well, did it? It was about 3-0 by this point of the game last time we played them. Ah, dear. It's just come back to me, that one has. Nothing's happening in this one. We are having the better of it. But I'm kind of used to seeing that right now. Can we have a highlight, maybe? Oh, thank you. Ask and ye shall receive. Shot doesn't get on the end of that one. Nacelle nips onto that and Shot tackled, but Squires takes over. Tackled, Alonso takes over. We got so lucky with the second balls there. It's the highlight. I'll take it. We are having the better of this one. I'm not going to say I appreciate their efforts. I'm going to say I'm disappointed in the fact they've not put the ball in the net. Because I am. I'm generally kind of annoyed at that. I noticed there's been an interesting 6 minutes at Hull there where 3 goals were scored. A bruised ankle for Alonso is... I mean, we've got the player to replace him if we want to. Coco on the ball though. All the way across to the other side. That's annoyingly worked as Shaw was dragged out of his position and Williams slots it past Dutra. That's... That's irritating to watch in 2D just because of the way the Shao ran after the ball and left this entire side abandoned. Yeah, not much better viewing in 3D, if I'm honest. It is a full-on orange injury on the page, so we will get Madeira onto the pitch. It's a bruised ankle, for Christ's sake. It's fine. It may be a bit of a 6.3s. 6.3s. What are they doing? Nothing is obviously the answer to that. Lee Tao. And screw it, I'm bringing Velasquez on as well. Squires just has disappeared. He didn't have a particularly good match last time out either. Like Middlesbrough, he did well against that one. He scored and all that jazz, but last time out wasn't too good either against Brentford. Edgar Gonçalves. It's a good half an hour for Velasquez to get... Oh, for Christ's sake. Thankfully, Ida done something a little bit different there. Oh, dear. Can we just... show some passion is what I'm going to shout at them. I don't think we've actually done anything in this second half at all in terms of shots. Oh, we've had one. We've had two now. Nothing more. Can we just silently and aggressively go, we are training hard tomorrow? I mean, we're not training hard. We play Aston Villa in 3 days. I can't explain what I've just seen. Also, little tattletale, can you stop doing this, please? Just a Leeds update. They haven't won... Well, they've lost all 3 games since we last saw them, so that's gone well. Meanwhile, this looks a little weird. Norwich, Everton and West Brom now up there. I just saw a bit of a news article about Norwich claiming a priceless victory. The third. So, not that priceless. They've beaten Man United and Arsenal. And West... They're all good victories. My disappointment of that loss is actually mostly down to the fact I do want to be in those automatics. I don't mind getting promoted this side, and we are going to get promoted. I'd rather not have to do it via the playoffs. So ideally, if we're going to get promoted, can we have it automatic, please? We're still only 2 points behind, technically, at this early stage. 18 points to 20. Looks like Sheffield Wednesday didn't win, which is also great news because it bunches that up a little bit. Oh, not sure if I actually ever mentioned that South went on loan to St Mirren, but he has. I also never really mentioned the release players, mostly because none of them are important. Yeah, just random transfer news that I'd forgotten to bring you at the start of the season. But yeah, there was no one that left. Oh, great. Yeah, still 4 to 7 weeks on Carlos. He was more important to this team than I now realise, I guess. Our inability to score has coincided with his injury. I mean, we're always going to miss a player of his quality. You know, the £32 million rated player. But Ryan Giggs is in charge of Aston Villa, by the way. Lee Tao obviously takes this one. I think Van Gastel might be nearly back as well. He is, so he can go on the bench for that one. There is space for him. 66% match sharpness for Velasquez is still not great. Alonso obviously took the knock in that one as well, so I'm going to take him out of the team. I'll keep him around just in case Madeira gets injured. But the team is the same, obviously, as last time out, apart from those 2 changes in the wing positions. So off we go again. I just realised I started this on positive, but honestly, I feel like we don't get anything out of the team on balance. They've got Thomas Delaney. Grealish is still there, remarkably. Pretty handy new gen. Actually contracted to him. Yeah, he looks like he could be the real deal. I'm just honestly surprised he's not been nabbed. He's got pretty good overall. 30 years old now, though. Just edging, well, just sort of slap bang in his prime, I would argue there. Typically it's about 27 to 31, isn't it? 32, depending. Underdogs? We'll give them the underdogs one. Let's see what happens, eh? Aston Villa versus York. The last of the main Birmingham sides, I think, isn't it? Birmingham, West Brom and Aston Villa. If I'm missing one, I do apologise, but yeah, last of the 3 that we've had to face, mostly because they've just come down from the Premier League, but 28 minutes gone, and it's basically as interesting as the last game. I do apologise. I hate it when this happens. Like, 1, I don't mind, but 2 in a row. Shao is hounding down Grealish all the way across the pitch. Dembele now on the other side. Not that one. Karamoko, who's pretty handy himself, actually. Alright then, a highlight 4 minutes or so from the half-time. 1 point away from Aston Villa isn't too bad, I would argue here, but England's charged all the way through everyone, and that is the tamest shot you'll ever see. What was that? He could have blown it at the goal faster than that. Fire them up, send them out again. As Watford finally rightfully go near to the top of the table. Shao, on the wrong side of the pitch. I need to sort this out. I need to have a look at this throw-in situation because he's constantly on the wrong side of the bloody pitch. Lee Tao keeps it in for no reason other than to give it to them. But Shao doesn't gather that ball. Plays it back though. Where's Ingler? Now, if he could automatically go to the other side, which I think he might have actually. He has. instinctively gone to the opposite side while Shao is, for no reason, on the wrong side. England's gone past everyone and blazed it wide. Yep, he was, for some reason, the only player on left-hand side throw-ins. I'm guessing that's not been looked at in a little while. I will have to do that permanently after this match. At some point, they've scored from a corner, of course. I mean, we have not been in this match at all, apart from possession. There's only been one clear-cut chance between both sides, and that wasn't it. I'm not sure how Harper got the header there, considering he didn't jump and the player under him did. I mean, Madeira's on a 6.2. Can we just get... I need to look at this. I'm going to bring them supportive, I think, might be helpful here. I'm not actually going to change any personnel on the pitch. I'm just going to bring them back supportive and see if that gets them into the game a little bit more. Just looking at the fact that Shao's booked and the least fit of anyone, so on comes best. About a little bit more. I do know someone's got a little bit of an injury. Squires is off the pitch right now, which isn't great. They go close again. The pulled hamstring for Squires. Now, obviously Velasquez is ready to take over. A 6.3, I still can't excuse it. So on come both of those two. Ingler on this right hand side now, of course, and Nacelle. On a 6.9, one of the few bright lights in this particular game, comparatively. Considering the average rating 6.67 and 6.9 is outstanding. There is one highlight, 91 minutes played almost. Delaney isn't tackled. I was hoping he was there. Tavares has been hunted down, as now is Grealish. Delaney hunted down. Oh, for God's sake. They're passing around annoyingly well. Alcantar's injured, so it would be nice if maybe someone... Ironically, the one player that nobody ever bothered pressing. What is going on in this match? Just... Oh, one final highlight in this game. Trezeguet. If we can get the ball off them, I'll be happy here, but it doesn't look like we are. Alcantar not taking it off him. Dembele's through. 10 seconds for something to happen. Nope, Trezeguet's over. It's been a long while since we've not been in a game. Oh, good. Yeah, of course. Danny Vivian's first career goal. Signed for them. He's made 7 appearances. All right, fair enough. Appreciate their efforts. What effort? Can we please, for the love of God, fix assistant manager chatterings? We should appreciate their efforts when they've done literally nothing all game. That's possibly my most annoying thing. The thing I find most annoying. Is it Shao again? You little tattletale! Yeah, 2 to 3 weeks for Squires. It's not great news. We've not scored in 3 games, which is the most worrying thing. Now, Carlos took the injury between the Cardiff and Middlesbrough games, so it's not as if his absence was the problem. We did score 2 against Middlesbrough. That was fine. And that's the thing. I mean, it's happened again. We've had a very good start. Exactly the same as we did last year. Very good start, and then it went off the rails after we exited the Carabao Cup. And it's happened again. Like, A, we've lost to a Premier League side. B, it was on penalty. C, it's the Carabao bloody Cup. Nobody cares if we get knocked out of that. Nobody cares if we get knocked out of any cup, really, as a championship side, but it's the Carabao Cup. Nobody cares even less about that. English is sort of there. And it's happened again. It just knocks the morale. And it's just so hard to drag it out of it. Anyway, Bolton, this is the opportunity to do it next. Admittedly, you won't see it, but... notably Derby, by the way, after winning the first 2 games, now find themselves in 20th. I am looking ahead a little bit. I'm kind of actually eyeing the Crystal Palace and Stoke games. Because they are 6th and 7th as things stand. We are 8th directly behind them in the current table. So they're 2 very important games. That said, Stoke is on the final day again. Hang on, I've not noticed that. It's happened again. We're playing Stoke on the final day. So maybe we'll try to avoid the Stoke game, actually, and then we'll play through October, in that case, and we'll bring you back for Burnley and Luton. Of course, we've not seen Burnley since we trashed them 6-0 last year, so that could be an interesting rematch. They're not doing particularly well, so I think that's what we're going to do. I mean, if we trash them 6-0 again, that'll be fun. And confidence building. See you for that. Until then, ciao.